Capnocytophaga canimorsus. I, like you, didn't get a say on my name. It's okay, I guess, because it fits me. Let me explain. So my genus is Capnocytophaga. I guess it's the equivalent to a human's last name. My first name is canimorsus. And a little about that. So around 1970, two scientists decided to give me this name, right? It means dog bite. So yes, as you might have guessed, I live in the mouth of dogs, and although I can be transmitted through a dog bite, I can also be transmitted through scratch and even a lick from my initial host, which is a dog or a cat. So I do prefer to live in the oral cavity of dogs or cats, more dogs than cats, if I'm being honest. There's a little bit of information on that if you look that up. I might discriminate a little there, but yeah, dog person here. When it comes to humans, though, those with weak immune systems, like humans with cancer, AIDS, and those who suffer from alcoholism and so on, are typically like my favorite type of host. Uh, I get very well. I get along very well with them. So if you don't want me and a friend or family member with one of those issues, you better talk to a doctor. uh, I am rod shaped, by the way, and humans in labs classify me as gram negative. So I stain pink or a little bit red, more or less. Um, let's see, what else can I tell you about myself? I am very similar in a way, I guess, to E. coli, which you studied in lab. If you remember why I stain pink, then cool. But if you don't, then just know that I have an outer membrane made out of lipopolysaccharides. This gets removed by the decolorizer that you used, which exposes my peptidoglycan layer. Uh, I am considered a pathogen, which, as you know, it means that I create diseases. Let's talk about that a little later on. First, I want to tell you about how I feed. I am heterotrophic, but what makes me cooler than other bacteria is the fact that I do this little process called deglycylation, which that just means that I remove sugar from glycoprotein. Pretty cool. I especially like mucosal cells in dogs, which are like where I live, so I guess it makes sense. I like to reproduce through binary fission, so all my relatives are more or less alike me. Unless there's like a mutation or something that happens that makes one different, but yeah. So now about me being a pathogen. So I take more or less a week to incubate in a human body. And if I don't get removed from a human system, I can get to the point where I can actually create pretty cool stuff like necrosis. So necrosis is just pretty much like body cells dying, usually in worst case scenarios, this leads to body amputations, and that's what I can do. So thanks for watching my video, and hopefully you don't come in contact with me or don't contact me. All right.